Welcome back, Steeler Nation, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for taking time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And this is the before play, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals back in Pittsburgh. We all know that the Steelers had their best offensive performance in Cincinnati a few weeks ago. It seems like such a long time ago now after these games against the Cardinals, the Patriots, and the Colts, where the offense was back to its old ways. But here they are, man. They get Cincinnati again, and I must say Cincinnati is playing good football. So, hey, the chances of the Steelers winning this game, I don't have it that high. But let's get into some of the important stuff really quick in terms of, first and foremost, let's take a look at the injury report. As you can see, man, as of Thursday, I don't believe they did any real practice today, but as of Thursday, Kenny Pickett was limited. Trenton Thompson did not practice. Najee Harris was full, dealing with the knee. Elijah Riley was full, dealing with an ankle. Minkah Fitzpatrick, we know, with the knee, did not practice. Isaac Seumalo with the shoulder did not practice. Offensive tackle as well, Broderick Jones, dealing with an ankle, but he did practice in full. Pat Fryermuth dealing with the knee, practice in full. And Cam Haywood in concussion protocol, he practiced in full as well. So that is a great sign for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, what isn't a good sign is what we see here next. We look at the guys who are already labeled as out. Kenny Pickett, we already knew that. We knew Kenny Pickett probably wasn't going to get the start anyway, even though he's ahead of schedule. Trenton Thompson is out with the neck, and the Steelers are already suffering at the safety position, as we already know, and as we see here, Minkah Fitzpatrick will be out. But also, Elijah Riley is questionable with the ankle. So again, it definitely looks like we're going to see more situations where perhaps Patrick Peterson is playing safety again, like he did some against the Colts. Also, Mike Tomlin mentioned a guy like Eric Rowe potentially being in the fold, but he also talked about Elijah Riley being in the fold. So I would imagine both of these guys are going to be up and have to take over those duties with no Trenton Thompson, no Minkah Fitzpatrick. We already know number 23 is suspended and number 31 is also injured. So, yeah, the safety position is going to be very interesting. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's take a look at their practice report first, and then we'll take a look and see if anybody is out. Hold on, let me get to it. See what we have here. That's Wednesday. Let me scroll up just a bit. Here we are, Thursday. Wide receiver Jamar Chase did not practice. Running back Chase Brown did practice full, dealing with the chest. Alex Kappa dealing with the knee and ankle. He practiced in full. Cameron Sample dealing with a knee and ankle, practice in full. Joe Baki, is that how you pronounce it? Dealing with an oblique, practice in full. Jake Browning, the quarterback. Okay. Practice in full, but he's dealing with the right forearm issue. And also offensive tackle Jackson Carman with an illness, practice in full as well. But let's take a look at the big name on their out report. There it is, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, people, will be out of this contest. Hey, that is a huge win for the Pittsburgh Steelers in terms of guys that they're going to have to see and face. So it allows the Steelers to focus more of their attention on a guy like Tyler Boyd, but I wasn't talking about Tyler Boyd. I was thinking about T. Higgins. A guy like T. Higgins, man, who you saw the phenomenal acrobatic catch or acrobatic movement after catch that he performed last week when the Cincinnati Bengals were in danger of losing that game, and he helped them to win that football game as well. So T. Higgins is still a guy you got to worry about, but look, I prefer to worry about him and Boyd and whoever else their eligibles are without Jamar Chase. So it makes it a lot easier. And that is one of the keys to victory that I'm going to talk about, man, real quickly here against the Cincinnati Bengals is the passing game. I'm normally talking about the Steelers having to stop the run, which they definitely need to focus on that as well, because the Colts put it back on display that the run defense was not great last Saturday. So I would expect the Bengals to come out and try to run a little bit, with guys like Mixon and the other running back there. excuse me, and whoever else they have as eligible runners. But Jake Browning has been playing good football, man. He's been lighting it up through the air. So I'm more concerned, almost more concerned, or let's say equally concerned with the Steelers' ability to stop the pass game. Because, listen, void those safeties, it's going to be very tough defending the middle of the field. We have not done a great job of that all season, especially when the inside linebackers went down, when they were just starting to get their footing. When the top guys went down there, you start showing or seeing the bad play showing up with guys like Mark Robinson and guys like Walker. Has not been good. And without having a guy like Minka out there or Trenton Thompson, any of those safeties to at least help, don't feel comfortable about this one. So the Steelers are going to just have to do whatever they can do, get very creative defensively. I would like to say stop the run and force them to pass, but at this point, either one of those, a passing attack or running attack, is an attack on the Steelers defense because they just did not put up a good showing against the Colts, man. In the last couple weeks, we've seen, in the Cardinal game, we've seen in the Patriots game how you can be passed on as well. So just don't feel good about this game at all, man. Defensively, maybe those guys will, stand tall and buckle down and execute better, last home game. Maybe that will get them up, understanding that there is still slim chances of them making the playoffs if they were able to run the table. Again, it's not something that I'm expecting. I'm really not. I'm more so expecting a 7-10 season this year. And the reason why I'm saying that is, let me go to the next point. The offense. I just don't trust this offense. This offense will be led by Rudolph the Steelers reindeer. Yes, Mason Rudolph will have the keys, and let's see how he drives. Let's see how he drives in this game, man. He's had plenty of time to prepare. He's putting himself on display once again, putting some film on tape, and maybe Mason Rudolph goes out there and has a game. Who knows? But the fact that I don't know, and I can't confidently say that the offense will do this, that, and the third, I really don't have any expectations for this game or any optimism of them winning the game. Maybe it is possible. Listen, they won the game a few weeks back in Cincinnati. Yes. And the Steelers were able to produce 400 plus yards of offense. Can they replicate that effort? But even with that, they only scored 16 points. So it's just not nothing that's making me optimistic. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. So I'll hope for the best. But like I said, my real keys to victory, man, is the Steelers, in my opinion, just needs to control the game with possession. Time of possession is key. They need to sustain drives. They need to run the football and pass the football equally, but sustain drives. Make this a longer game, if you will, in terms of possession, but shorter game, running the clock down, and just win the possession battle, win the field position battle, and maybe they can come out on top. But I think that's the only way they do it. Because again, if you give the Cincinnati Bengals offense too many opportunities, I don't have faith that the defense will stop them. We've seen this all season where the offense doesn't help the defense. So this is a game where I feel like the offense has to solely take control of it and win the time of possession. Time of possession, I think, will be key in this game. And I think maybe the Steelers have enough to get themselves up to win another home game. We shall see. But that's all I got for the before play. Like I said, guys, my expectations are not high. I'm of the mindset that this will be the first losing season that we have seen in quite some time, the first one in the Tomlin era. And we'll see where it goes from there, man. There's a lot of changes that needs to be made at the coordinator positions, obviously, as well as, just overall. Some people feel like it's time for Mike Tomlin to go elsewhere. I'm not opposed to that as well. I don't think it would be at the end of this season. I think at the very best, it's the end of the 2024 season. But we could very well just be looking at a new time coming for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm open to all of that. I share the sentiment that Ryan Clark had. Listen, he still thinks Tomlin is a great coach. I do think that. Some of y'all don't believe that or don't agree with me. That's fine. but maybe it's time for him to go do his thing elsewhere. And I'm cool with that. But outside of that, that's all I got for this one, man. We shall see what happens. I told you guys that I won't have an opportunity to watch it live. I have another party to go to tomorrow. You're killing me, Petey. Killing me, Smalls. But I will have the opportunity to see it at some point and at least be able to come to you guys and give a recap of it at some point, perhaps tomorrow night. If not, if it's too late, I don't think it would be too late, but probably sometime tomorrow night, I'll come and give my afterthoughts of what happened in the game. All right, but outside of that, man, listen, if you haven't already, make sure you do these right here. And I'm very slow on my reaction. Hold on. There we go. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications once you are subscribed so you know when videos are streaming up and running and they have been brought your way. But outside of that, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Enjoy tomorrow. Hopefully we get a win, and I shall see you then. All right, catch you in the next one. Peace.